On this video, we showcase the handful of Hershey show accessories that we found interesting and thought you might as well.
I'm just an old Southern lawyer and it's hot in this courthouse. That's what stage 3 rags are for.
It's been a long day.
I'm tired.
We bought a lot of stuff today. Cody was packing it in. Some of these things we knew we wanted before we got here. Some of these things we happened upon and just couldn't live without. And some of them we were just interested in the product, and so we decided to film what we could and let you see a little piece of it.
Yeah.
Starting with one that you guys know would be near and dear to Cody's heart. How do I know? We have a booth that we were suggested to come see.
Viewer suggestion.
I think Cody's gonna like it. You know we bought some, right?
Take that home and stick that on any of your extension cords, your cords that have your tools have a cord on it. Use that bottom slot first.
Okay.
And you feed it through, and what's nice, you stick it on any of your cords, and it just stays on there.
Oh, they do. Oh, so you don't have to take it all and off all the time.
Lose it. That was the original idea. That way, when you roll your cords back up, you've got that second hole in the top, and you can use that then to bundle the cord.
Okay.
And then what you've got, so all you do is you feed it right back through that second hole.
And just pop
Bundle it
out.
up. And then when you want to use it again, you undo it. And then you've also got like these little slots in the body. People will use those to like come back through and create like a hang loop.
Yeah. Hook it in your basement wall.
This was the original idea, but people used to like hang things out of the way, and you got like anything you want to bundle up, these are perfect for it. Those are great for like 75-foot long extension cords.
What's the weight limit that you're looking at for that?
I think the tensile strength is like around, it'll hold like a 50-pound weight.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't want it to, you have to be able to pull it out.
Sure.
So if you're using it to like lock something down, what people will do is, like if I'm not using it to stay on the cord and I'm just like holding something together, they'll go through the bottom hole and then they'll come back through the top and almost like lock it that way. Right, so it gives it a little bit more strength when it comes to that.
There's about 100 different ways to use that.
We soon learned that this company started with contractors and then discovered the value in the RV community.
This is more for like your 50 amp cords or your water lines or vacuum lines or anything like that is what you want to use the bigger ones for.
This next one is apparently an elusive product, and they told us that they had already sold over 400 of them and had to bring more in. So we grabbed it while we could.
As we talk about RV accessories, I want to bring up one that I bought last year at the Hershey show, and I really haven't got to use very many times, and that's the Dump Buddy. Wash my hands when this is over. The concept itself makes sense. Your sewer donut goes through here, and it kind of goes up on the top, and it's supposed to hold it in place on a sewer inlet where you don't have threading. Problem is, a lot of times it's not long enough or it just doesn't quite fit right. I found a few uses for it, but it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all. But I think there's a solution. I think I found it. There's been a ton of buzz online in the RV forums lately about the RV drain lock from Camco. I've tried to buy one everywhere and haven't been able to find one. I did find one at the Hershey RV show.
What this does is once you lock it in there like that, boom, you got 3 and 4 inch, 3.5 and 4 inch sizes. So once you lock it in there like that, boom, eliminates sprayage and eliminates all that stuff like that.
We're at a campground right now that has no threads, and I've tried the Dump Buddy and all this other stuff, and it always wants to kind of do this number. And when you walk by it, and that'll work on anything, on pretty much any kind of connection.
This is universal with all others and stuff like that.
I guess we got to buy one.
I guess we have to buy a lot of stuff.
I spent a little time with the Camco rep asking some questions about this. It feels pretty heavy made. I mean, it's plastic, but it feels like it's built well. So it's made to fit 3 different sizes of sewer inlets, and you just push it in until it's kind of snug and lock it down. Now, he did say you don't need to just jam it all the way in there and then force it down and lock it. Kind of do what feels good. If it feels like you're probably going to break it, you might break it. So just kind of use the field test there. Our particular dump location here is just a hole in the ground. No threads, no nothing. So if this works like it's supposed to, we should just be able to push it there, and you can see the top ring is still sitting on top of the ground. So now we lock it back, holds it in place, nice and snug, lock our Rhino line onto it. Our first trip after Hershey, we were not on full hookup, so this is my first place to get to try it. And works like a charm, but I'll keep you guys posted if I run into any places where it doesn't work. When you go to the Hershey RV show and you're looking at all these accessories, all these tents, all these booths, you can close your eyes and throw a rock and hit a booth that's selling lithium batteries. And there's a ton of different companies, and if you ask 10 people, you might get 10 different opinions. For us, our Grand Design only came with one 100 amp hour lead acid battery, and with the 12 volt fridge, we knew that was not gonna get it done and a lithium upgrade was needed. We chose to go with Redodo because of their great online reviews. They were really responsive and we were talking to them via email, and they are extremely price competitive and they've got a warranty to back it up, which is really nice because cost effective is not great if you don't get a great product and a great warranty in case something goes haywire. Now, we've had 0 issues with this battery out of 2 years. We've done boondocking, we use our solar panel, we use generators, we use power cords, everything to keep that thing charged, and we have thrown everything at it but the kitchen sink, and we've ran it down on more than one occasion. Go price their 100 amp hour lithium battery against most or all of the other competitors, and you're gonna find a better deal. When I got my battery, they hadn't started doing things like BMS and Bluetooth where you can see what's going on with your phone, but now they do. They have batteries that'll go in your boat, your trolling motor. So if you have a need for a lithium battery, they probably have you covered in a size and a price point that's gonna work for you. On top of that, they've even started doing some other things. They're doing solar chargers now. They've got battery chargers now. And if you follow their Facebook page, you'll see some people have built out some pretty amazing systems using these batteries.
So on top of their already good deals, they have a promotion going on, just kicked off, still rolling, and I think the big event happens October 7th and 8th. They have some huge deals, giveaways, all that. And of course, use our promotional link in the description. See if you can get any more bucks off, because I like a good deal like anybody.
We only use things that work for us, and we only keep using things that work for us, because you know me, I don't like breakdowns, I don't like problems, and I really don't like electrical problems. So we like our Redodo batteries so much. They have the perfect size and shape. We're gonna outfit the truck camper with the Redodo battery here in a few weeks. And thank you guys for always supporting our sponsors. It really does help us out a lot. And thank you to Redodo for sponsoring this video. Swing by these vendor tents and ask these guys pointed questions. If you're just mind blown on something you can't get around, talk to these guys. They are all really good because they want to sell you stuff. They're all really good at taking time to stop, explain, interact with you.
Knowing that we have a truck camper adventure coming up really soon, we stopped off at the Torcliffe booth to see if they had a solution for our fender rubbing problem.
I'd recommend looking into one of these. You can write down part numbers for you if you like.
So this just goes along the side of the truck camper,
basically
right?
what it does is, where your
Changes
anchor
your
point's
points.
at, it brings it out a little farther.
Okay.
Is there any negative side effect to that at all?
I haven't seen or heard of any.
Okay.
We've been making these since the beginning of time.
Lo and behold, we think we have a solution. The website even had a specific disclaimer for our truck, which we found pretty funny. So it would basically take our anchor points from here to here, avoiding the fenders.
That'll never not hit.
And of course, we checked out some of the other accessories they have, knowing we may eventually want to tow our bikes or wave runner. And they have hitch solutions for that as well.
This is kind of the setup that you're going to have. Yep. Utilizes the dual hitch receiver. You have your extension plus a compression tube, and then you have essentially retainer straps with lateral support, so no side-to-side issues.
And with that, so like when we're not RVing, I got a boat I tow around.
Yeah.
I could just put my standard 2-inch ball in that top hole, and no issues doing conventional towing with that.
No issues at all. Some of them come with a 2-inch receiver. Some of them come with a 2.5 and a 2-inch. So it just depends, right? So 2-inch is going to be a 20K. So up, it can carry with weight distribution up to 20,000 pounds. So 30,000 pound capacity one has a 2.5-inch upper and a 2-inch lower. As you can see, it does have a reducer sleeve.
Yep, so you could do a 2-inch if you want to.
But, you know, you could use either of the receivers.
And that'll be similar to your underbed or your frame mounts, where that's my old one's going to bolt off and that one's going to bolt on.
Exactly, yeah. So this these side plates here will mount to your frame. It's a 3-piece design.
Okay.
So brackets will go up, leave them loose, put your hitch in, tighten your hitch down, crank down the bolts.
Torque everything down and you're done.
Oh, that's what you need, another hat. Cody had to make a quick stop and check out some of these onboard generators. Of course, ask all the questions, such as how long can you typically count on one to run for our specific setup?
Depending on the temperature outside and you're running your furnace, might decrease that.
Okay, sure.
Especially on a 30 pound.
Yep.
So I always recommend go out and check it every other day.
Yep.
And you'll see the condensation line.
Where it's pulling it out. Noise, is they run any quieter on LP versus gas, or is it about the same?
They're about the same.
About the same.
The only thing that's different, instead of you having a carburetor, you actually have what we call a mixer.
Okay.
It just takes propane and air and blends it.
Okay.
Is elevation a true concern for carbureted engines? How can you fix that?
The mountains here aren't drastic enough.
Okay.
And really need an altitude adjustment.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'll say the only time I've heard of people running into that issue is Washington State.
Really?
Because of how tall the mountains are.
Sure.
Of course, we had to stop by our favorite water filtration booth to see what new toys they had, like splitters, and their newest back flush tool that we keep hearing about.
Yeah, and the flush valve? Yeah.
Yep, and it has backflow preventers and a switch thing, so there's not going to be any poop water anymore. So
That's nice.
but we haven't seen it.
yes, so
You
hook
can
this
just
up.
take it, if you have a splitter, you can just take it straight off the splitter.
This thing is a pressure releaser,
Spray the water out.
Oh!
so just place it here.
So your show price is, what is this?
So it has like the switch
Everything on the
too.
table.
You just need to tap this and it really releases every pressure.
So you just,
Yeah.
so rather than hitting the button and having water spray everywhere.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
But really, we stopped by to get an item that we've put off for a while. It finally happened. The sexy water softener, as Cody would say.
You have camouflage filters
Yes,
now.
we just made this.
What's the hot product today or this week?
This week, I think this is one of the hottest one. People are just like coming at it.
Just grabbing it?
Limited edition.
And we checked out some potential future suspension upgrades. They walked us through the ins and outs that would promise a smoother ride for our rig.
So once you get your spring box up in place, then you'll notice that there's 4 bolts that are underneath here that attaches it to the frame.
I got a little something for me. Cody gets all this stuff. I
You have
get
to guess
something.
what this one is.
Finally, a permanent solution for my stickers, even if we change RVs.
Ready?
It's crooked.
That's intentional.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's intentional. I knew you were doing it on purpose. On the ocean.
Got my sticker board. This marks our official friendship when you exchange stickers with other creators. Then we're friends forever. That's
I like it.
hilarious.
That's a good name.
Yay! The board's growing! Let us know down below if you've used any of these products and what you think. We'll see you guys next time.